Hi folks, and welcome to Adiga Armory. Today we're going to discuss something near and dear to the prepper community, but really something that everybody should have at the ready, and that's a bug out bag. Specifically, we're going to discuss the one critical item that might be missing from your bug out bag. Before we begin, please remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out a bottle of our citrus-powered synthetic CLP at AttigaArmory.com. It fits great in a bug out bag. It's also gluten-free, and it might even be vegan. I don't know.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA or anybody that knows jack squat about gluten or being vegan.
Now, there's a lot of good survival type channels on YouTube and other platforms, and they've got great information, but a lot of them tend to kind of list the same old stuff for bug out bags and 72-hour kits. You got things like food, water, shelter, fire, first aid, tools, weapons, yada yada yada. These are all great things that we need in order to survive. However, bug out bags are not always for the end of the world as we know it. It's not always going to be a meteor the size of Mount Everest smashing into the Yucatan Peninsula. It's not always going to be a gamma ray burst from some hungry black hole eating a neutron star for breakfast. And you're not always going to be the next Rick Grimes with your vintage Colt Python. There are more likely scenarios. For example, we had massive wildfires this year, and we were prepped for an imminent evacuation for weeks. Some people saw riots, others had earthquakes, floods, hurricanes. Generally speaking, you're more likely to experience something that is localized or regional, and most likely temporary. We've got to remember that there were only 5 mass extinction events in the past 440 million years. That's only one every 88 million years. So you'd be well served to assume that the broader world will still be functional if something goes down. So your bank accounts, your retirement funds, your priceless digital assets like photos and videos will probably still be relevant even after you have to bug out. So what's missing for most of these survivalist bug out bags? A digital continuity plan. A thumb drive like this weighs less than half an ounce, but it carries decades of priceless photos and videos, critical software like digital keychains, encryption programs, decryption keys, digital currency wallets, and everything else made of ones and zeros that you might need. You can also add a large encrypted volume for copies of your sensitive government documents. I've got my immigration documents on here. I've got passports, social security cards, birth certificates, important receipts, taxes, bank statements, insurance policies, etc., etc. All of them are protected with heavy-duty encryption and multi-factor authentication. Now, we're going to do a separate video on how to build out your bug out bag thumb drive and encrypt it fast, easy, and free. So stay tuned for that one. These are great things to have if you need to leave home in a hurry. Another good addition to your kind of go kit is a small laptop. Now, this is an older laptop of mine. It's not really regularly used anymore, but it is still functional. It's got a current version of Windows on there, and it's all pretty much ready to go, and I keep this close by my go bag. If it's not the end of the world as we know it, you might be in a hotel or a public shelter or staying with family. It'd be nice to have access to your bank accounts, to be able to pay your bills, to process insurance claims, to take care of business, or even just let your kids play some games to kill the time. If by some infinitesimally small minutia of a chance you actually live to experience a true mass extinction event, you can always just leave the laptop at home, and you can even dump that thumb drive later. It is, of course, only a half an ounce or so. That said, these types of events tend to last anywhere from thousands of years to millions of years, so you may actually be better off not surviving that one. And with that, we hope you stay safe and well prepared for any adventures that lie ahead. We'd love to hear your comments on how you did your own digital contingency plans, and we'll see you again next time at Adiga Armory.